Board of Zoning Adjustment. And so everyone is welcome. Madam Secretary, would you call the roll?
Mr. Brookter? Mrs. Spees?
Here.
Mrs. Thomas?
Here.
Mr. Blosh? Mr. Daly?
Here.
Mr. Ballantyne?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. And I would like to recognize that Mr. Spees will be a voting member today. And if order of business, so I understand, we need 4 votes to approve and 3 not to approve. So we need a unanimous decision to approve these cases today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Correct. Okay. Please silence all phones. And I'm the usual culprit not to do that, so I'll make sure mine is silenced. Any appeals of this, any decisions we make or this body, appeals of decisions of this body would have to be submitted to the 22nd court, Judicial Court. So that's your next avenue for review of any cases. Speaker cards are available over here on the right if anybody needs them, but we will ask for people concerned with the case to speak and opposition to the case, if any, to speak also. 10 minutes will be allowed for the person for the case. Any opposition would get 10 minutes, and then after that, it would be 5. Everyone would have 5 minutes each for rebuttal or in favor of any cases today. And after your case is reviewed and a decision has been made, we would ask that you please exit the building and go all the way outside after that. Okay. Good? Okay. And has everyone had a chance to review the minutes of our December meeting? Good.
I'll move that we accept them.
I have a motion by Mr. Spees to approve the minutes. A second by Mr. Daly. Please vote with your screen.
Motion carries.
Very good. Okay, the first case on the agenda today is BOA case number 2021-2625, which was postponed in December to January. And I understand that there is a request by the Henshaws to postpone this again till February. Would you like to confirm that's your wish?
Yes. Kathy Henshaw. Do I need to do my address?
Yes, please.
3006 Mountain Court. We're asking for a continuance till February because our contractor is out with COVID, so he can't be here to represent us. And engineering has asked for further drawings, and his engineer is working on those, so they should be prepared by the February meeting. So
very good.
That's what we're asking for.
Thank you. So the petitioner has requested a postponement. Any discussion or any questions or comments? Can I have a motion?
Just a moment. Do we need to read the case, the full case? Or?
Yes, go ahead and read the case, and you might want to ask if anyone else is present.
Okay.
That wants to speak on the case.
This case, 2625, is a request by applicant at A4 Single Family Residential Zoning District for an after-the-fact waiver to allow for the driveway concrete paving to remain within 5 feet of the property line. Property is located at 3006 Mountain Court, Mandeville, Louisiana. The applicant is Britt and Kathy Henshaw, and the representative is Ricky Bowles, but he's the contractor. He's not here today. Is there any opposition to this case? Ms. Henshaw, would you please step back? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Chris Stanton. I live at 377 Forest Brook Boulevard, approximately 2 houses over from where this is taking place.
What is your last name, sir? I'm sorry.
Stant, S-T-A-N-T. And I'm not understanding why we're getting delayed again, although this shouldn't be a contractor needing to represent what was built not to code or conveyance of the neighborhood. And this keeps getting delayed, and this is, if we continue to allow this to happen, it'll create engineering problems and drainage problems in our neighborhood, and to approve such variances will surely create a snowball effect in our neighborhood of people applying for these. And this is why these codes and conveyances were put in place originally in the neighborhood. So I'm not understanding why we're delaying this for another 30 days. This construction, I live 2 houses away, has been going on for a long time now. And to keep getting cease and desist orders when this is a problem, and it impacts the engineering and drainage, and this can't continue to happen in our subdivision. And I don't understand why a contractor needs to represent this. These plans shouldn't be being redone. They were done a first time, and then concrete was poured incorrectly. So I just think we could vote on this, because it should be understood, if this is the way it was permitted, and this is the way the laws of the neighborhood read, if they were done incorrectly, they need to be corrected to be perfected to the rules. Thank you.
Mr. Stant, I can, and I'm not, I'm just going to address your concern. I don't think you were here when this came up in December. And our engineering staff, who was present at the St. Tammany Parish engineering staff, did have some additional questions and needed some clarification to understand, and so we could have a professional opinion on both sides. And they asked for additional information, and that's what's being done. That's what the contractor's doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
you, sir. So we've had a motion, or not a motion, but we've had a request to postpone and an objection to that. Any other, Mr. Spees?
Yeah, just I want to tell you that if we decide against this will put a real hardship on the resident. So we want to be absolutely positive that we're making the right decision. That's the only thing that I have to say. It's our position to make sure we're doing the right thing.
Again, I do understand people's needs, but the hardship can come on the whole neighborhood as we're interfering with the way it was engineered and designed to drain and flood properly. And I just feel like if in our neighborhood, and I brought this up at our neighborhood association meeting, we have a lot of construction going on all over St. Tammany Parish. I'm a developer myself. I own several apartment complexes here in St. Tammany Parish in the state of Louisiana. And when we start impacting the way things were originally engineered to work, then it could create future problems. Because if this happens here and then there, next thing you know, a heavy rain, and we'll start seeing water coming onto the lawns. And
I don't disagree with you.
It's unfair to everyone who has originally abided by the rules. And I would say this, if a contractor built wrong, they should be held responsible with the Louisiana Board of Contractors. So I understand hardships are hardships, but codes, conveyances, and the rules are in place for the whole. So thank you.
I agree.
Can I say something else?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Henshaw, please.
Part of the engineering is so that we put in the curb and piping underneath so everything drains properly to the ditch so that there is no impact for flooding. The side driveway is simply as a safety feature for my mom to get emergency vehicles in and wheelchairs out when necessary. So we're not trying to flood the parish. We're just literally trying to take care of my parent. Well, it was my parents, but my dad passed. Now it's just my mom. But, you know, I can't speak for everybody else, but that is truly what we're trying to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we've had both sides presented here. Any other comments or questions from the board?
I guess the clarification on postponement, we can only do that for what, 2 months? 2 consecutive months? Or
I'm not aware that there's any maximum.
There's no maximum? Okay. Okay.
Any other question from the board? Hearing none, would anybody like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that BOA case number 2021-2625 be postponed until February's meeting.
We have a motion by Ms. Thomas to postpone till February. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Mr. Daly. Any other discussion or comment? Please vote with your screen.
Mr. Spees? Oh, again, just one time.
One time, just press once.
One time.
You can unclick it too, yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
stop.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Motion carries.
Motion passed, so the case will be postponed until the February meeting. Thank you. Okay, the next case is a BOA case number 2021-2665 BOA. Request by applicant in a planned unit development overlay to reduce required rear yard setback for a swimming pool from 5 feet to 3 feet. The property is located at 629 Bocage Court South, Covington, Louisiana. The applicant is Paul and Julie Richardson. Staff comments, please.
The objective of the request is to allow for the construction of an approximately 350 square foot swimming pool in the rear of an existing single-family residence. While the proposed location of the pool may not cause any adverse effect on the drainage in the area, nor affect any neighbors since the pool will be surrounded by an existing brick wall located along an alleyway, the requested variance is a personal preference rather than a property hardship.
Is the applicant here? Please come forward, state your name and address, and add anything that you would like to add about the request.
My name is Drew Beeler. I'm with Smoke Tree Landscape and Whetstone Custom Pools. This is the homeowner, Julie Richardson. So on the pool, we were just trying to get, since it's a small property, we were trying to get as much usable space as we could. And so that was the request, to allow the 2-foot overreach into the building setback.
Okay. Is there any opposition present for this case? I see no opposition. Any questions or comments from the board?
Boshin? Terabella, okay. Are there not quite a few pools in Terabella?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh. I think Mr. Spees is before me on that. No? You just aren't clear? I guess I can talk. Just for one clarification, the brick wall, is that on the inside of the property line?
Yes, it's on the inside of the property line.
Okay.
And so that takes up 1 foot.
Yeah, I was going to say about 1 foot.
So it'd be 2 foot
yeah.
off the inside of the brick wall.
Okay.
So we wouldn't be doing anything outside of the brick wall, obviously. So everything would be contained in the privacy wall that's already existing.
Okay, thanks.
Can I speak?
Yes,
What do I do?
you're good. You're on.
I'm good. Okay. When you brought this up with Terabella, what was the response from your initial when you were getting approval, or what was it?
Immediate approval. We sent it to Seamus, and he forwarded it to the board, and they approved it within a few days.
It's in our packet.
That's all. Any other discussion from the board? Can I hear a motion? I got a motion from Mr. Spees to approve the request for the variance. A second?
I'll second.
A second by Ms. Thomas. Please vote with your screen.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Motion's
All right,
approved.
thank you very
Did you say
much.
Mr. Baylor? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to, Drew Baylor?
Beeler, B-I-E-H-L-E-R.
Beehler. Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
Okay, the next case for this afternoon is BOA case number 2021-2668. Request by applicant in an A2 suburban zoning district to increase the maximum allowable length of an accessory structure from 50 feet to 60 feet. The property is located at 57616 Manegra, thank you. Manegra Drive, Slidell, Louisiana. Applicant representative is Manegra LLC. Staff comments, please.
The objective of the request is to allow for the construction of a 2,400 square foot accessory building. Although no hardship has been demonstrated, staff is not opposed to this request, considering that the proposed accessory building will be located on a parcel of land of approximately 8 acres, and it will not exceed the maximum allowable size of 7.5% of the building.
State your name and address and your relation to this case.
All right, I'm the managing member of Manegra LLC. My first name is Hunt, H-U-N-T. Last name is Sproul, S-P-R-O-U-L-L. Address 57656 Manegra Road, Slidell, Louisiana, 70460.
Do you have anything else to say about this?
Well, it's located pretty much in the center of that 8-acre parcel. The nearest property line is 150 feet to where the building is going to be located. It's just an accessory structure. It's going to be used for parking and a workshop. Pretty simple layout. That's it.
I have a question.
I do too. Go ahead. You go first, Ms. Thomas.
I just have a question for our secretary. It says that it's Manegra Drive, Slidell, Covington,
Oops.
Louisiana.
There's an error. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
so
Slidell.
Covington is off, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it doesn't have anything to do with Covington?
No, sorry about
I thought
that.
maybe you had two different projects going.
No, I'm sorry. I will
No, that's
correct
okay.
that.
I just wanted clarification on that.
Yeah.
Good,
Thank you.
good catch. I have a question. According to my drawing, the accessory building's way up near Manegra Road.
Manegra Road's about 175 feet from where that building is going to be located.
But the back property line is 2,000 feet away.
I'm not sure. Maybe I can help you.
What's that?
Well, yeah, so the building to the nearest property line is 150 feet on one side, 700 feet to the bayou on the east side. It's 250 feet to the south property line and about 175 feet to Manegra Road.
Yeah, I think that drawing's not the one that with the arrows.
Yeah, it's kind of out in the middle.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll shut up. Any other questions or comments from the board? Can I hear a motion?
Oh,
Go ahead, Mr. Spees.
Since there's no hardship and got plenty of land to build the building, I move that we approve BOA case number 2021-2668.
We have a motion from Mr. Spees to approve the request for variance. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Daly. Any other discussion by the board? Seeing none, please vote with your screen.
Motion carries.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Sproul. Your request for variance was approved.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sir. Very good. Any old business?
It's not here. Pictures, right?
Well, they had the pictures of all the parish council up there and the president and all that, and I think the walls were painted and we got a new floor.
It was red curtains.
Yeah, something was different. Maybe that's new business.
In the new year, are we all good with all the requirements? Has everybody done all their training that they were supposed to do?
Definitely.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. You can get started anytime to redo your ethics.
Yeah, but if we do that, we promise to be ethical, so we have a period of time here.
Yep, exactly.
And old business, or maybe it's new business, I don't know. I understand that Thursday, there will be Mr. Brian Swindell, that Mr. Parish President, nice to see you, sir.
Keep going.
Well, I understand that the council will appoint another alternate to our board of Mr. Brian Swindell, and I would be very interested in knowing where he's from. And please have him tell me he's from Madisonville.
I don't know, Mr. Swindell. I know these fine folks that are already here serving. Appreciate your service. Appreciate our professionals that assist you.
And we're so grateful to have these professionals to keep us in line.
And thanks for giving your input on how to decorate the council chambers. And y'all did a great job.
Yes,
Great job.
wonderful.
It looks good. Anyway, I flipped to the channel. I saw you in here. Thought I'd just say hello to you.
And we cleared the room before 2:30.
Good. I saw there were 3 cases on the books. Thank you all for what you do. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
I'm not sure where Mr. Swindell's from, but Carlin Ryle should have a resume for him if you want to see it.
I would love to see it. Yes. And we didn't, when we did our roll call today, we didn't identify where the board members were from. So I would like to do that,
Okay.
please.
All right.
All right, any other business from the board?
We should have about 4 new cases for February. 4.
February meeting is the second, is that correct?
First.
Still the first. Well, we're going to postpone one too.
Yeah, counting that one? Or 4 total?
Oh, 5, including that one.
5.
Mr. Chairman, there is a possibility that I won't be here for that. My daughter's having surgery, and depending on her recuperative period in Texas, I may or may not be able to get back, but I will let you know in plenty of time to get some.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr.
It's
Dewey,
most
you
helpful
here?
to know. Any other business? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
I don't think you need a second.
I don't think you do.
Don't? No second required?
According to that book in front of you.
The meeting, according to the Robert's Rules of Order over here, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for being here.
You know, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. See you in February.